attempt at a stream here. We are playing Destiny 2. Leveling up my hunter here, as you can see, or as you will see, I am only level 3 with my hunter. This is one of my one of my extra characters. I usually main Titan, and that is fully leveled up. So I'm not really 100% familiar with the hunter, but we're gonna give it a shot. All right. My loadout is also very rudimentary. Now, again, just started the game. I don't think I've done any missions yet, so we will see. Alright, great. Looks like I'm the only one not in a clan here, so I'm gonna kind of stick with these guys, see what they got. We all have the same idea here. That was very dumb of me. Let's see how it pays off. Nah, I'll take it. Alright, so one of the things I wanted to cover today was the It movie. Had just came out about a week ago, starring Bill Skarsgård, I believe, as Pennywise the Dancing Clown, and that did not go well. And, surprise, surprise, I believe he did a phenomenal job. It was not anything like Tim Curry's performance, and I think that is much to his credit as to why it was so good, because he didn't try to imitate or recreate or emulate. I'm not going to do well with Tim Curry's performance, but he really went for his own take on the matter. Oh, alright, I will take that. Which, I think was very well done. He definitely stayed true to the character, even though, while meanwhile making it his own, which, is impressive. Oh boy, that's not good. Oh, shh. Nikes. Right.
1 minute left.
God. Really? I couldn't even kill that one guy? Ugh. But, and, the kids, I think they did a tremendous job, portraying the kids. I don't remember any of their names, unfortunately, but, they did a great job. The kid from Stranger Things, is my favorite, just because I'm a huge fan of Stranger Things. And I almost got shades of Stranger Things that kind of bled through, even though Stranger Things is a blatant, not blatant, but, a definitely spiritual, definitely influenced by it. So, that definitely, kind of like the homage, kind of like how the latest Tomb Raider felt like Uncharted, which felt like Tomb Raider, kind of like full circle, I guess is what I'm going for here. Kudos to that. I'm, incredibly excited for the sequel to the adults movie. Not really quite sure how they're going to cast that. I'm really hopeful they do a good job on it. Considering how well the first movie was handled, I have nothing but excitement and anticipation for the next movie.
5 lives left.
I could not see. Not going well.
3 lives left.
Alright, I gotta regroup here and try to get this together. But, yeah, so overall I was, incredibly satisfied with it. I did not could not tell at all that I had been sitting there for 2.5 hours, which, you know,
You're out of lives. Fight on just the same.
is, you know,
Double down.
which is phenomenal that I could not tell that I was sitting for 2.5 hours, because usually if a movie drags on, I can tell, so.
Either team has lives left. Show no mercy.
Got blindsided. So, I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. Yeah, fight again.
Minute. No more
And
second
then,
chances.
yeah,
Fight
so
to the finish.
can't wait for it to come out on DVD. I'm definitely excited for the deleted scenes. I felt like it was true to the book. Granted, I haven't read the book in about 10 years, so my memory is a little dusty. I mean, I know they cut out, the obvious scenes, which I'm kind of glad, because they were a little gratuitous, and they were probably, written during Stephen King's nose candy days. Yeah, whatever. Great book. Thoroughly enjoyed the book. Definitely took a while to read, however, but, alright, First Blood. But, yeah, I mean, I felt like it was true to the book. I felt like it was true to the characters. I just felt like it was a very, accurate representation. Probably better that they cut out the whole cosmic, interdimensional turtles and everything. I mean, I felt like that kind of felt tacked on at the end. I felt this is like a more realistic ending, especially with everybody floating, which, I felt like it was, oh boy, I just walked into an ambush. Yeah. I thought it was very well done. Now, let's move on to things that aren't well done. I am not happy with The Walking Dead. I feel like it is a cheap imitation. I mean, I feel like it's the Walmart great value version of what The Walking Dead is meant to be. I feel as though they're just trying to capitalize off of the success of the show. Well, the show was still, the hot ticket. I feel like they're trying to capitalize, they're cutting right to the turf warfare and son of a, there's the inter-group warfare with like the dam and the settlement. Granted, I haven't watched this past week's episode because frankly I really don't care anymore, but I feel like they're just trying to cut to the chase. They didn't really give us enough time with the characters. I feel like the characters are incredibly two-dimensional. I mean, I really don't care if any of them live or die, to tell the truth. I don't really even remember many of their, hey, we won. I don't really remember even any of their names, which I think the husband was Travis, which that's, yay. And I think he was the only one I actually kind of liked. And then I don't know, I didn't feel like they stayed true to their characters at times. Like I said, it's just, I feel as if it's a capitalization off of, just a blatant capitalization off of The Walking Dead, and this is not going to go well for me. At least I got one of them. That was a waste. And the writing is just awful. The pacing is awful. I mean, even just the film style. I mean, I know it's just a digital film style. Just doesn't speak true to the nature, to the art of it. It's not. I mean, I just can't go on. There's so many, so many things. I mean, the characters are just wholly unlikable. I mean, the one son, he was a druggie and, looking for his next fix, and then next thing we know, he was, like, trying to integrate with himself with these zombies, and now all of a sudden he's the moral compass. I mean, it's only been, 3 seasons? And I don't even... There's not really anything that really stands out to me as particularly good about this show, which is not good. I'll take it.
Your enemy. Destroy.
Yeah, there's just not. The show is wholly unremarkable, really. I mean, it's just. I could go on, and I mean, even The Walking Dead's starting to slow down a little bit. I mean, I think I covered in another episode, but or another iteration of my little stream here. But the last season, the season finale should have been the mid-season finale. We did not need all that exposition there. I shouldn't have walked through the shield. That was dumb of me.
Knocked out. 1 minute.
Alright, I'll take
No
it.
more second chances.
We win, I think.
Right to the finish.
No, not yet.
An opponent stand.
But, and I mean, Negan is a great character, and I really don't feel like that they're giving him justice. I mean, in the comics, Negan is a phenomenal, three-dimensional, fully fleshed out human being. He has beliefs and values, and he's a great character. And I don't feel like they're really exposing all of his dimensions just yet, and it's one-on-one. Oh, alright. Yeah, I feel like they're not exploring all the dimensions of him, and they're... Yeah, I really don't know what they're trying to do, but I just hope they figure out. And I know in the one teaser we got a glimpse of Old Man Rick with a cane, which I'm ever hopeful that we're actually going to see closure to the Negan story. I hope they do it right. Oh, thank you. I hope they don't crap out an ending for the Negan saga like they kind of did with the governor. They didn't crap out the ending. They just dragged that way longer than it needed to go. That really, the whole him coming back, and then with Tara and that little group, that should have been how I understand that they don't want to completely adapt the comics, but at some point it's just a little too much. Like, well, what's it gonna take to kill this guy? And with Negan, it's already shown that he's vulnerable, and I feel like if they just stay with the broad strokes of the comics like they've been, and stop trying to change stuff, and I just really am in love with the Negan character and everything that he represents, and Negan. That's I'm Negan. That's really what the gist I have to say. And which I actually didn't put this in the title here, but I'm going to discuss one of my other favorite TV shows, that being Game of Thrones, and how, as awesome as the finale is, I can't help but be a little disappointed, and just in the fact that I feel like it's definitely showing that George R.R. Martin's not really having his hand in any of the writing, strictly because I don't really think anyone major died this season. Granted, I know... Really, another one? I know Olenna Martell died. I think one of the Sand Snakes died. There was inconsequential... the Tarleys died, but who cares? I didn't even know they existed till the end of last season. They're inconsequential. There was inconsequential deaths. There wasn't a major death. I'm speaking more specifically regarding the little Magnificent Seven voyage out onto the ice, and what's the word I'm looking for? The last stand against the White Walkers and the rescue of Daenerys' dragon, and somebody should have died there. Really, that Jorah, as much as I like him, Tormund, Beric Dondarrion, somebody should, one of them should not have lived through that. If that were George R. R. Martin, only 2 people would have walked away from that one alive. So, it's just a little... I don't want to say cheap, but it's definitely, come back here, you lint liquor. Oh, yeah. I got time for one more. I don't have time for one more. But, Come on. Alright. Well, yeah, I really feel like they kind of
So victory.
cheaped out on that.
You look death in his
You know,
beady eyes and spat in them.
I feel like they're playing it safe. I mean, you know, definitely someone, you know, I feel like there could have been a nice little end cap and the Dragon's Pit, and they could have really just had an all-out brawl there and probably brought an end to Cersei's reign, which I oh so desperately want, because I cannot stand Cersei. There's nothing meritable about her character at all. You know, before people would say her only saving grace was for her love for her children, and that didn't really last very long now, did it? So it's I cannot stand Cersei as a character. I mean, she's great, a great, amazingly written character, but I cannot stand her. But yeah, and then, you know, I mean, the whole Jon Snow Daenerys, I mean, we knew that was coming. We've you know, people have known for years that was coming. You know, and the whole, you know, Jon Snow being Aegon Targaryen the fifth. I don't know, too many Aegons, but. And then speaking of Aegon, I really sincerely hope that they do not try to tack on the young Griff storyline that was, I don't even know where the hell George R.R. Martin was going with that in the book. The only thing I could possibly think of, and that was kind of a red herring to throw us off the trail of Jon Snow's true heritage, because, again, there was no one to really, verify exactly that, what's his name, Rhaegar and the other lady's son was, truly lived. I mean, it's, if anyone varies would know, because he knew everything in and out. So, I mean, it also very well could have been the case that Jon and the other Aegon also were still alive, which, if that were the case, then that would be incredibly confusing. Yeah, that was stupid. I don't know, I feel like that. I mean, maybe that's part of the reason why George R.R. Martin is taking so long to finish Winds of Winter, is because he kind of painted himself into a corner there, and he's not really sure what to do with young Griff / Aegon question mark. Oh, for Pete's sake. So, I don't know. I'm ever hopeful that he does finish this darn thing, because it's incredibly frustrating. Especially considering the show's writing is definitely seeming to suffer, and these guys are not really... Finally. Holding up their end of the bargain here.
Your enemy can't kill if they're dead.
Oh no!
Together as one. I love it. I need a hunter like you.
I don't know what I'm doing here, but I like it. I'm staying here. This has worked well for me so far.
Neck on reserve. Your team out of line. No life left for anyone. Rest when you're dead.
Ah, son of a... but, yeah, I mean, there's just so many things that I feel like were false starts, and, like, Lady Stoneheart, what's her end game? I mean, yeah, I know we're excited to see, Catelyn Stark, back from the dead. She was a beloved character, but what is her, what's her MO? What's her end game? It's not like she's gonna rejoin, Arya and Sansa and everyone's gonna live happily ever after. I mean, she's still undead. I mean, I know she wants to, kill Beric Dondarrion for, actually, I don't really quite remember why she wants to kill Beric Dondarrion. Who she wants to kill, actually. I honestly really don't remember anything remarkable about her character now that I think about it. It's like, great that he brought her back, but why? I mean, there's got to be a purpose, and I really fail to see one. It's, crap. Oh, mute a mini tool, I see. But yeah, it's just I'm just failed to understand his rationale. And then the other thing. Trying to flank me, I see. Oh, all right. I guess you did that. Congrats. One other thing I wanted to discuss today was, well, yesterday now, Mike Shinoda of Linkin Park announced that they are having a gigantic benefit concert to celebrate the life of Chester Bennington, which, I'm having mixed feelings about. I mean, not so much the benefit / celebration concert, which I'm sure will be great. I really hope they pick a diverse lineup of guest musicians and I took them with me.
Only 1 minute left.
I hope they pick the right people. I hope they pick good people. I hope they pick people who are going to do his legacy justice. And that being said, that really begs the question, is what is everyone else going to do? Because, I mean, Chester is only one person in a 6-member band, so that leaves 5 people left. 5 people who, if they quit, don't have a livelihood, don't have a means of making money, don't have an outlet anymore. And it would be unfair to ask them to stop making music solely because, the loss of one person, which, understandable. He was the voice, the face, he was more or less the band, but that still leaves the band, and I am going to get there still leaves the band, and what do they do? They can't not play anymore. That's like, that's unfair, really. So, how do they continue? Where do they go from here? I don't know, I'm kind of curious to see how that question will be answered. I really hope they do continue. I really would like to see more music from them. I mean, they were great musicians, all of them, and I am just not doing well this round. So, I mean, I don't know if they would continue under another vocalist, which, I mean, see, that's the thing, is like, any move they make is going to be the wrong one, and that's a shame. Okay, I just can't win here. But, I mean, no matter what they do, if they continue on as an instrumental band, they're going to get criticized. If they continue on as, if they get a new vocalist, they're going to be criticized. If they continue on just with Mike, they're going to be criticized. There is nothing they can do here that is going to be the right and accepted decision by all the people. If they start a slow jazz band, they're going to be criticized. There is no right decision here. If they don't make music anymore at all, that they're going to be criticized. It's really a lose-lose for them, and that's, that really sucks. I mean, it's as bad as this situation has been, it's further compounded more, and, further sucks by the fact that they, there's no right decision here, which which sucks. I mean, that just further exemplifies that, raw topic, but suicide is, just never the answer. It not only, it's not about you, it's about the people around you and, the lives, that you're surrounded by, and that you are not alone. And, there's that number, which I don't remember. So if you ever, feel like you are alone, go ahead and call that number because you are not alone. And that's my public disclaimer of the day here. So, moving on to a happier topic, Crystal Pepsi. And this video is not sponsored by nor paid for at all by Crystal Pepsi, but Crystal Pepsi is phenomenal, and you should drink it. Trying to end on a high note here. And one more thing is Rick and Morty. Really trying to end on a high note here. This last week's episode of Rick and Morty was definitely a return to Rick and Morty form, which I was pleasantly I was more delighted to see, considering how the past Rick and Morty episodes were not that great. So I'm really happy to see that it's more of a return to form. Alright, we got it. Nikes. Well, there goes that one. We just got swept. Alright. Good game, guys. Alright, well, I think that's really about all I got today. Again, you're not alone. Happy thoughts. Watch Rick and Morty. Watch Game of Thrones. Try to watch The Walking Dead. Don't watch Fear the Walking Dead. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it. Alright, and that's all I got for now, so until next time.